Perfect. So hey guys, welcome to the call today. On today's call, we're going to teach you guys how to take these signals, how to benefit from the signals so you can earn while you learn. On the call today, we have myself, Mike, and we have Damon. Damon, I've known him for a few years. He has been a highly accurate trader for a long time, very well known in the Forex industry. He's taught a lot of people how to become successful traders. So who better to learn from than the beast himself?
The beast.
So on today's call, we're going to go over your broker, setting up your broker, what brokers to use, how to get access to the signals, teach you what a take profit is, teach you what a stop loss is, teach you how to do proper risk on your account. This is, so like if you risk 5% on a trade, it means if you lose the trade, you only ever lose 5%. You should not be blowing an account by losing 1 or 2 trades. And if you're doing your risk management right, it's literally impossible to blow an account on a couple trades if you follow it to a T. So we want to make sure no one is blowing accounts. We want to make sure everyone is earning and not losing as efficiently as possible. You know, of course, there's going to be days where there's losses. It's trading. There's no way around that. We want to minimize the losses, maximize the wins. Then we're going to teach you how to enter a trade on desktop, and we're going to teach you how to enter a trade on mobile. So, Damon, you want to go over the broker you recommend here?
So yeah, we what we think we're going to recommend is I have a personal relationship with the owners of the broker and the high management. And the reason I have that relationship is I managed some really big investor accounts through them for several years. So I was able to develop that close relationship. Not only that, but they're very generous. They're very negotiable with us. And so that gives us a little leverage to give you guys prime trading conditions. So that is LiquidFX, LQDFX. So we'll drop the link in the chat for that. And it's a very easy to use interface. Spreads are great and they are accessible worldwide. And they even offer crypto payouts, which is what I use. I use Cash App. So I do a Bitcoin withdrawal from my trading profits, send it right to my Cash App, and then I can either just use it from my Cash App or send it to my bank. I use Cash App all the time. So, you know, it's really convenient, couple day withdrawals, and it works great. So that's LQDFX. The link is right there in the chat, and we're gonna walk you through how to set up an account with them. Super easy. I recommend everybody at least start on demo. Don't just jump in with thousands of dollars like I did when I started trading.
Oh, you froze there, Damon. Is he coming back? Well, I'll continue what he was doing until he comes back. So as he was saying, he started with a lot more money. A lot of people think you need to have, you know, thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars in a Forex account to make money. You don't need a lot of money, and a good trader doesn't need to start with a lot. You can literally start with a couple hundred and turn it into a few thousand in a relatively short amount of time when you learn the skill. Now, learning the skill is not instant, right? Learning how to take these signals, that's what we're going to teach you this part here tonight. It's going to help out a bit for you. Again, we don't recommend you just relying on the signals for your income for the rest of your life or anything like that. I never recommend that because the signals are coming from an outside source when you should become your own source of income. So no matter how well the signals perform for you, we still recommend you actually, you know, start learning how to trade, show up to live trading sessions. Between the Lit Trade House and Tradera, there's multiple sessions a day. You can start learning how to trade via the Tradera back office, via the Lit Trade House Facebook group. They have a lot of curriculum there. We're working on our own curriculum as well. You can learn how to start trading while you earn with these signals. And then one day eventually become your own signal maker. And then that's when it can really get fun. And that's where you can really, I'm sure you guys have seen in Forex, people take, you know, $50 to 20 grand in 3 weeks. You know, that's not something we want to tell people that can happen all the time, but it's something that when you take the time and you put in the hours and put in the hours and put in the hours to learn the skill, it's something that's realistically can actually happen for you. Like, no bullshit, those kind of things can actually happen, but you have to show up and you have to put in the time here. So I don't know what happened here to Damon. He's not coming back by the looks of it here. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to share the screen here. So when you take the link, this is what it's gonna show you here. Can everyone see my screen too before I continue? I want to make sure everyone sees everything. Give me like a 1 in chat if you can see it. Got a couple ones. Okay. So you go here. You're going to click individual unless you're actually trading as an LLC. I recommend just starting everything out as an individual. You start filling your stuff out. Now, when you get to the end here, I'm not going to start filling it all out because I've already used my email and stuff. When you get to the end, you're going to have to get verified. This is required with any broker. You're typically going to have to give them a driver's license or passport, proof of address. Most of them want a bank bill, utility bill. Some will accept the phone bill, some won't. You need to ask, find out, check the rules, regulations. I believe LQD does accept phone bills for proof of address. And you need to get verified. Now, this can take anywhere from, I've been verified as quick as an hour, and it's taken as long as, 3-4 days. Brokers are typically on the faster side, but it can take up to 3 or 4 days. Don't be shocked if it does. Don't be shocked if your document gets rejected. It could have been bad lighting. It could have been a corner of your document was cut off in the picture, anything like that. Is Nigerian accepted on this broker? I'd have to ask Damon. Damon's back here, internet dropped. Let me bring him back in here. This is his broker. He's more familiar with it. I actually use the crypto broker. We're going to show you guys after. Where did you go? I don't know which one to make co-host here. You were in here with 2. There you go.
Cool.
But yeah, once you get verified, I'll let you take over. So once they're verified, what's their next step for creating their account?
So yeah, sorry, my internet dropped and it still dropped, so I'm on my phone right now. Hang on just a sec. So yeah, as soon as you go through, you get verified, you submit your documents. I can actually expedite that for you. I don't want to offer this because I know everybody's just going to message me and I get enough messages today, but like basically what I do is when I get a high profile client or something, I need them approved like that. I just have to send me their documents and then I send them to the broker management and then they get it approved right away. But again, it's pretty quick anyway. You guys that's not something you guys are really going to have to worry about. But after that, as soon as you get all verified, because you can deposit without being verified, that's fine. So you don't have to wait on being verified to deposit money. A lot of people think that you do. You don't. You just have to be verified to withdraw money, right? Because they got to make sure that they're paying somebody that's legally in a position to receive that. Nobody's money laundering. Nobody's breaking any financial laws or anything like that. That's why you have to submit these documents. You can't just be like a fraudulent person. So as soon as that, you can, I recommend everybody starting on a demo account. So I would start with a demo account and then you can email support. Like I use the Zero account. There's some premium fixed accounts and then there's Arabic accounts, and they all have different pros and cons. I use the Slim Spread accounts, which I believe is called Zero. So basically what you can do, because all demo accounts are stocked the same, but you can email them and say, hey, I want my demo account and then account number to reflect the same trading environment as a premium Zero account or whatever account that you're going to be trading with, and they'll adjust the spread and commissions to reflect that. So it's going to be more like you're trading with a real account. That would be your next step. I would recommend everybody start on demo for a little bit and just get a feel for things, especially if you're brand new. But if you've been trading for a while, go ahead, just drop some money in it. I believe you can deposit with Wire, or there's lots of ways to deposit. I like crypto just because it's kind of off the grid and it's secure and it's quick. So, I mean, and again, if you're not familiar with crypto, I wasn't either until a couple of months ago. I hadn't messed with it. just get Cash App, because Cash App has a built-in Bitcoin wallet. And that's actually how I withdraw my profits. It's super simple. Once you do that, go ahead and on your phone, either it's Android, their marketplace, I think that's the Google marketplace, I'm not sure what one they use, or the iPhone, the Apple store. You go to MT4, it's a free app, and download MT4, and then you're going to take the login information that you got via your sign up email for your demo account or your live account if you want to go live, and then you just plug in that information in there into your mobile, and you do the same thing on desktop. So it's going to prompt you when you're opening your broker account to download the native app for your PC or Mac, whatever you're using, and you just do the same thing, put in your login info. Okay. The hardest part about this whole thing is just setting up MT4. Trust me, it's harder than learning how to trade. It really is. MT4 is kind of a pain in the butt, but once you get it set up, it's easy to go. And the reason for that is because it's an old program. It was built for the 90s level Windows, and they haven't really had a reason to upgrade it too much. So, but it works just fine. Once you get it all set up, you'll be good to go.
Okay, and just to clarify, so when they do log in and they go to deposit their money, what kind of account should they make again?
So
they have that?
Let me pull up your screen so I can see. Do you have an option? I'm just looking at my phone. That's why I'm like got my face in the camera. Sorry. Do you have an account type option? No, go to open a new account, because I haven't opened a new account in a long time. So I want to make sure that they haven't changed anything. Yeah. So don't open a PAM account. You don't need that. And then select account type. No,
US,
so,
and then account type.
So ECN is my preferred. The VIP, Islamic, and Gold all have minimum required balances. They're really good accounts, but they have minimum balances that are pretty high. So
the ECN has a minimum balance of 500 now as well.
Okay, so yeah, that's new. The ECN, $500 on that one. So the micro account, now this was confusing for me at first, because micro accounts are usually traded in tenths of standard positions. This one's not. It's basically an ECN with a lower limit. So it's not like a traditional micro account. So if you go Google Forex micro account and read the definition of what that is, that's not what this is. This is like a traditional ECN regular account, but with a lower limit. So if you're going to be using less than $500, which isn't always recommended, but it's really whatever you can start with. I recommend everybody starting with at least $1,000. That's me personally. If it was ideal, it would be $2,500 to $5,000 for trading. But again, you can start with a lot less, especially if you're following signals.
And then what about the leverage?
Yeah, go ahead and go to leverage. So 1 to 200 is fine. I can't really see that.
It's 1 150, 1 to 100, 1 to 300, 1 to 500.
I mean, so here's the thing about leverage is I have a free training on this that explains all of this. Just because you have the leverage available doesn't mean you have to use it. So it really doesn't matter too much as long as you're practicing good risk management. So you can pick the max leverage. It doesn't mean you have to use it.
Perfect. And then for the bonus, should they receive it or should they not?
No, I'm not a fan of bonus.
And why would that be? Just so people are clear.
Well, the reason is because if you get in a sticky situation where you're in an amount of drawdown that's unacceptable, and which you never should be, and that's why we're going to talk about risk management, so you're not in those situations. But usually, if they give you a bonus, they'll alter the margin call to whatever amount. So let's say you have $1,000 account and you're $400 to $500 of drawdown. So 40 to 50% of your account is in a negative open float. What they're going to do is they're going to withdraw their bonus while you're in that negative open float. Now you have an account balance that was $1,000, and if their bonus was $300, now it's $700, and you're still in that negative $500 open float. So you went from a 50% drawdown to like a 75% drawdown, and now you're going to get blocked out of the account. So I just look at it as worst case scenario. If you know what you're doing, go ahead, over leverage yourself. I know traders that are personal friends of mine that use leverage and use bonus, and they do it very well, but they know what they're doing. Okay. So it's not something I would recommend for a new trader, because that's what brokers try to do. They dangle this free money and free leverage in front of your face. They're like, hey, come trade all this money that you don't have. just to, just to entice you in there and get you in a sticky situation. So it pays to be mindful of that.
Awesome. Is that making sense for everyone? Does everyone feel like they can successfully create their account on this broker now? Yes, we got one yes here. Yep, another sure. Yep,
Cool.
perfect. Okay, so now we have one other broker we recommend. The reason I recommend this broker is now their spreads are a little higher than LQD, but they allow you to hold a trade account in Bitcoin or in Ethereum. So if you want to have Bitcoin and grow your Bitcoin, instead of gaining dollars, you gain, chunks of Bitcoin, which is what I prefer to do. You want to use Hugo's Way. LQD will only let you hold in US and euros. Hugo's Way gives you a whole bunch of options. So here's what it looks like. Here's the different wallets you can have: a USD, Euro, British pound, Canadian dollar, Aussie dollar, and then Bitcoin. Okay, I guess there was Ethereum. This is not right now. You can withdraw on Ethereum, but if you want to hold Bitcoin and grow Bitcoin, I recommend this. Your risk management, it's a little tougher with Bitcoin, so know that. It will be a little harder to figure that out. If you're wondering right now what is risk management, we're going to be covering that in the next 2 steps. So that'll make sense here in a second. But that's really the main difference. If you want to trade US dollars, go to LQD. If you want to trade crypto, go to Hugo's Way. So does that make sense for everyone? When you say spread, what does that mean? We'll let Damon explain this one. This is his territory.
So the spread is the difference between the bid and the ask price, and it's essentially the price you pay for a position, right? Because a lot of people don't under, and I have a free training on this that I'll give you guys. I would explain all of this stuff. So it's the difference between the bid price and the ask price, and it's essentially the cost you pay to open a position. So whenever you open a trade, whenever you first open a trade, it's always going to be negative, unless it's just rocketing in the position, in the direction that you're trading. Okay, so it's always going to start a little bit negative because you're starting at the cost of the trade. So it's just the difference between the bid and the ask price. And ECN accounts, see, with fixed accounts, when it says fixed, that means the spread is always going to be the same. ECN accounts, we like those because the spread varies, and that can be advantageous for us certain times of the day. Now, there's certain times of the day that are more liquid than others. Like, for example, the London session and the New York session. Tokyo session usually has a much higher spread. So there's a greater cost of opening positions. So it's just, there's lots of pros and cons and whatever fits your style.
So yeah, the higher spread essentially means the trades with Hugo's Way is just going to cost you a slightly bit more to enter on average, but you can grow Bitcoin. So those are the pros and cons of that. Does everyone feel good about that? Does it make sense so far? Any questions, any concerns so far? Before we move on to the next step.
Did you walk them through Hugo's Way already?
The only real difference is that it can do Bitcoin.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, it's simple as that. It's a pretty self-explanatory process. We'll drop the link in there and you guys can follow that.
Yeah, with Hugo's Way, same thing. You can pick an ECN account. I believe there are ECN accounts. You can start as low as $50. And same thing, they go up to 500 leverage. Pick the leverage that makes sense for you. The higher the number, the higher the leverage. So be mindful about that. I don't actually believe I've ever been offered a bonus from Hugo's Way. If they offer bonuses, I haven't been offered one. So. But we'll move on to the next step here, freeforex.co. So let me stop sharing the screen here for a sec.
How many people are in here?
31 people.
Wow, it's bigger than my damn updates webinar last night, Mike.
Okay, so you guys want to know how to set up your signals? Who here has their freeforex.co signals currently set up? And who here doesn't? Got a few I do's here. Couple I don'ts. Okay, well, we're going to show you guys how to do that. So just so everyone knows, there's going to be a signal training page too. Every link that we provided, if you're watching the replay right now, every link we provided in the chat will be below this video. So it's all going to be in one spot for everybody. But for the people on here right now that want to get started, if you guys go to the resources.winnercirclehub.com, it'll take you to the master resource page. To get started with the signals, the first thing you need is you need a free forex.co account. Now it is a $10 a month fee. Now with that, you get access to the rotator, so you can rotate your own signups if you want, which is a requirement if you want to purchase extra signups with us or run your own ads. Secondly, you get access to a marketing system. You can literally, I don't know if you guys are aware, so I want to make sure everyone's aware. When you own this system, if you have someone you know who wants to start to learn how to do Forex or just test it out, have a test drive on it, you can give them 3 signals for free a week using this system. And this system will send them emails every single week for you. It'll follow up on Telegram every single week for you. And when they go to buy, and when it asks them to buy, and they click the link, it will go to the link that you have set up in your back office, which is super powerful. You can literally, I don't know who on here is a master trader, but I'm sure most people on here aren't. I'm not a good enough trader to go out and give people signals, especially good enough to know that I'm going to be able to bring them in as marketing, right? I'm still learning. But this allows all of you guys to essentially give out master trader signals for free and have somebody pitch them for you, so you don't have to. You just have to make sure they know how to take the signal. So super powerful stuff. I don't know if you guys know that, but it's super powerful. Also, there's another marketing system update coming to this that you guys are definitely going to want it for. It started July when the new back office is out. I can't completely talk about it, but it's insane. Also, for people who are interested in joining the business, you also, for the $10 a month, you get access to a webinar page that you can give out your link. It'll take whoever you want through a webinar. It shows them everything. It shows them the whole company. It shows them the community. It shows them all of that, follows up with them on email, and again, pitches them your link, whatever link you set up. A very crazy system. And David just decided to add this last month. He's like, I'm just going to give you guys insane over 90% accurate signals as well with your membership.
93.75 last week.
Yeah, it was I think 93 last week, 96 the week before, 95. Insane numbers. Insane numbers. So if you guys want it, you go to resources.winnercirclehub.com, go to click to get your account. It's going to take you through here.
Drop that link.
$10 a month.
Yeah.
I'll drop the link here in the chat. So you sign up here. Once you're signed in,
it's a bot. So we get that question a lot. Who gives out these signals? So it's a bot that is built and designed off the 20 pip and dip system.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an algorithm built off of that strategy that gets manually verified for each trade by a human, but it's built on that.
So once you're in, this is what it looks like. Am I still sharing, actually? Better double check that.
No, we're looking at your page.
Yeah, I'm sharing. So sweet. Okay. Can everyone see the back office?
Oh, yeah. My bad. I was looking at the wrong screen. Yep.
Okay. So once you're here, to get your signals, now to set up the rotator, all that stuff, we'll show you guys that after. To set up the system to make sure at least your buy link is ready right now, what you need to do is come in, put your name, put the username. Now the username you pick is going to be, see, if I want to give someone signals, it's freeforex.co/signals. This signals is my username. Whatever you pick as your username will be your / here, will be your / here, will be your / here. So just be mindful of that. Make sure it makes sense. Don't make it really ridiculously long and hard to remember and hard to type out either. Make it something simple. So then here you would put your Tradera URL. This one's not my Tradera, it's my rotator because we have the whole team rotator set up for it.
So it's like a rotator for a rotator.
Yeah.
Or for several rotators.
Yeah, so you can put a rotator link there or a Tradera, but it has to be one of those two, nothing else. Well, once you have those there, you hit submit, and then these will show up. When you visit here the first time, you will not see these. These will not show up until you hit submit the first time. then it will populate these for you. Once you have that, you are good to go. You can promote these links to people and everything will go, whenever someone hits I want to buy now, it goes to whatever link you have set up at that point in time in the system.
And I believe we have a training specifically about the rotator. Oh,
yeah,
no, that's for the leaders.
That's for the leaders using it. Well, once the ads come out with the rotator, we'll do a specific training, because the people that are running the rotator for just their own few signups, it's a lot less than what the leaders have to do for what we set up. So, but once you're here, you've got your link set up, then you want to click here, freeforex.pro premium signals. Then you're going to click here. It's going to send a message. Do this on your phone or wherever you have your Telegram set up. If you have your Telegram set up on your desktop, you can do it here. It's going to message the bot. The bot is going to ask you, I can't do it because I'm already registered, but the bot's going to ask you for your email that you use for freeforex.co. You have to use the email you use to register for freeforex.co. And if you can, try and make that the same email you use for Tradera. It just makes a lot of the automations easier. Then once you do that, the bot will say, congratulations, you've been registered, or it'll say you haven't, please submit certain information, or it's not picking up your Tradera account. Because this bot does verify your Tradera membership, and if you are inactive, every week it does a sweep and it removes inactive people. Does that make sense for freeforex.co? Does everyone understand how they can get access to their signals now, the free forex signals? That's one set of signals. Does everyone understand how to get access to them now? Got one yes, yes sir.
What's up, Ryan? Nice to see you, bro. I love how engaged you are with everything.
Okay, now there's one more set of signals. We have our founders legacy signals. You click here, it's our own Telegram chat. Now this is from traders that we've been drafting, testing out ourselves. A lot of them are, you know, getting a trial week or two, seeing what happens, and then we're just trying to make sure that when anyone signs up with us, they can invest 50 to 100 bucks, and if they actually show up, if they actually learn how to take signals, and if they actually start showing up to trainings, there's no reason they should not be able to pay for their membership out of profit, not out of pocket. We want people running their business out of profit, not out of pocket. Who here wants a business out of profit and not pocket? Is that not better? Does that not make sense, guys? Would it not make sense to apply a skill for a few hours, get good at it? Because these signals only take, you know, a few hours to learn how to do, and then just practice to get faster, right? Does it make sense? Perfect. Makes sense, everyone. Now we do have a link to the Tradera signals. Honest disclosure, I wouldn't go for them. I don't like the risk management they do.
Look, let's preface that by saying they are profitable.
They are profitable, but you have to take all of them for the most part. Like if you take
which is evident in any strategy. Like you can't measure a portion of a statistic to reflect the whole portfolio. You know what I mean? That's any investment. But to dumb that down, basically, they're profitable, but we have better ones.
Yeah, we have ones that are more accurate for you guys that are going to put more money in your account consistently. And if you're going to be risking, you know, a certain amount of dollars on each trade, you want to risk it with the spot that has an okay probability or a really high probability, right? You're going to go with the high probability. It just makes sense. So, like the signals, they are profitable. If you've got extra time, take them. But, you know, most people, they don't have full time to do this. We're all doing this around something, most of us, right? Me and Damon pretty much market full time, but there's a lot of people that are doing this around a job, around being a full-time parent, around maybe even multiple jobs, around school, around taking care of family members. So, you know, maybe you're only going to be able to take a couple signals a week. We want to make sure if you're only getting a couple, that the best shot for you to earn money, right? We want to really change lives here. This is an opportunity where we can literally sign up, you know, 100,000 people and have 100,000 people making money from like the first week. It's insane.
That's the plan.
Now, which signals are you talking about? So for the ones that you want to take the freeforex.co signals and the founders legacy signals. The don't go crazy for the trade error ones. Don't go out of your way to take those. Definitely recommend taking these ones.
And
Yeah,
you know, the
everyone
thing
got
about
that.
these ones is, you know, I started my career as a trader when I was 20 years old, and I retired from my day job as a result of it when I was 21. So the people in this signals group, a lot of them were hand recruited by me. In fact, we just let one go recently just because of performance. So the reason I say that is just trust that we're on top of this. You know, we're making sure that they're performing, because if they're not, they get let go. Okay, because I mean, you get what you give, man. Like, if you're giving, then we're going to give back to you. If you're not, then, you know. So we make sure you guys are getting the prime of the prime cuts.
Yeah. So will we use a 20 pip and dip compounding plan like normal? Okay, perfect. So we're going to teach you take profit, stop loss, and risk management first, so you understand percent risk. Once you understand percent risk, I'm going to explain how that compounding plan works and how you can still apply it with these signals. It's a little different because that plan is typically meant for you to have a 10 to 20 pip stop loss and a 20 pip take profit, and that's it. And that's kind of what it's built on. These signals do not follow that strategy. So we need you to understand risking a percent of your account, what that compounding sheet is trying to think you're risking, because it thinks you're only risking 10 pips. So if you're risking 40, how to do the difference to make sure you're still only risking the 5% with the new signal. But you can follow that compounding plan. Your lot size is going to vary slightly differently, and we're going to show you how that's different here at the end. If that makes sense here. So if everyone knows how to get their signals, we're going to move on to take profits and stop losses. So you want to go into this one, Damon? Want to start here?
Well, we need to talk about risk management, because I don't think we've done that.
So we're going to do risk after. Stop loss, take profit, understand the pips, and then talk about the difference.
Yeah, okay, so this leads into that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm obviously on my phone because my computer.
I'll pop it up here in a sec.
Yeah, so if you can pull up a chart, I can explain it.
I'm just going to pull up a signal first.
Yeah. All right, guys, my internet decided to take a crap on me, so.
Okay, guys, so this is what a typical signal looks like from freeforex.co. So do you want to explain what that means, and I'll get trading with you ready?
Hang on, let me try. I'm trying to connect to my internet real quick, and if I can, then I'm going to rejoin this Zoom, because it looks like I can, so I think I got it. So you go ahead. Let me try to rejoin this Zoom mic on my tablet.
Okay. The guy that made the 20K, was it from both Founders Legacy or freeforex.co premium signals? To my knowledge, it was from freeforex.co and the Founders Legacy one. Damon, can you verify that? That was someone that you were talking with directly.
Legacy and freeforex.co.
Right, so it was both of them.
We've been having these really killer weeks, and like yesterday in particular, last week in particular, he was just absolutely smashing, because freeforex.co and our guys in Founders Legacy were all smashing together. So hence his insane results.
How often are calls like these? In particular, this training, this will probably be a one of, and then we'll do some Q&As unless the system we have changes. But we're going to start doing team leadership calls, update call once a week, a mindset call once a week. So those will be weekly. If you do want more on the charts right now, there are a ton of webinars through Tradera back office. You can go to the live sessions in the back office. I think they're every day at, I think it's 8 p.m. at EST, I believe. And then Lit Trade House, they have a full schedule. Almost every trading session, they have some master trader available. So at almost any trading session of the day, you can find somebody that's looking over charts that you can kind of look over their shoulder and ask them questions for, if that's what you're kind of getting at.
Hey, Mike, real quick, I'm trying to join on my tablet, and it says the host has another meeting in progress.
Weird.
I'm not sure. Something you can fix.
Did you try joining through, which link did you use? The
Just the
Telegram
one.
one?
Yeah, the announcements.
It might be because you're still in this one.
All right, I'm going to pop out. If not, I'll be back. Bye, guys.
Okay. Yeah, there will be a replay on this later. I will probably cut out a few things and just make it really short and sweet, well, as short and sweet as possible anyways. Probably won't be too short, but there'll definitely be a replay. Well, while we wait for Damon here, okay, so here's a typical chart we're looking at. Euro JPY on the 5-minute chart. Now, we're not going to teach you guys all the time frames and how to analyze them and what support resistance and all of that is. We're not going to get into that part here right now. We just want to teach you guys how to do the signals. If you want to learn all that, that's something you want to do in all the training sessions and all the curriculum in the back office. That's where you're going to learn that. Oh, Damon just got back in here. Just 1 second, guys. Pull him back up. Okay, you're back.
Hey.
So yeah, I just told him we're not going to teach them support resistance, all that jazz. We're just going to teach them how to efficiently take this, and I got my chart up if you can't get yours up.
Yeah, so it's not letting me join from my tablet, so unfortunately, I'm just going to have to explain what you're doing on your chart.
Yeah, I'll try and do it for you as best as possible.
It's charging.
Okay. So when they get one of these signals, when you guys get one of these signals, this is your buy, your currency. So it's going to say buy or sell. It's going to say which currency. And this is the price they want you to buy and sell at. Okay? This is your first take profit, second take profit, third take profit. Damon's going to teach what to do with each levels and which ones to put. And then your stop loss, this is, hey, the trade went too far in the opposite direction. Pull me out. I don't want to lose any more money. It's kind of your safety net.
Okay, so yeah, let's be mindful of those numbers and let's go draw them on the chart.
Okay, so let me put up Euro AUD then. So Euro AUD. So this
yeah,
one was, so do you just want me to chart out this
plot a
signal?
horizontal line, that's easy.
Just horizontal lines? Okay.
Yeah, that's easy.
Okay, so see, you guys can see this green line right here. This is what price is currently at. If we were to enter a trade right now, this is what we would enter at. Now that signal was for what? 6337, 16337. It's almost still enterable. Yeah, right here. Actually, let's put raise. So in this trade, that entry point would be somewhere around here. Let's make this thicker.
Yeah. Tomorrow, is that your name? Tomorrow? Yeah.
What lot size do you recommend? We're going to go over risk management in a second here, once we go over this. So for take profit, we'll do the stop loss first. So stop loss 16095. So we want to find 16095. That's actually going to be on a way bigger charge. $16095. So our stop loss is around here. So this is our take me out of the trade if stuff is going south. Then the take profit. Well, take profit. Do you want me to chart just number 3 and then walk them through it, or?
Well, plot both take profits, and then I'll explain how to do this. Now, guys, just FYI, it's not this hard to enter a trade with these levels. All you got to do is copy and paste. It's taking us a moment to set this up just for illustrative purposes. That's it.
Yeah, and we'll show you what it looks like on the computer and on the phone after.
Yeah, I just don't want them to think, oh, this is kind of takes a little bit of work. I mean, any good business does, but no, it's actually easier than this.
Wow, that risk management on that one was off. These are super accurate. 6437. 64.
With that orange one.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's gotta be wrong. That feels wrong. Nope, that's right. Okay. So there you go, plotted, Damon.
Yeah, so what you need to do, so I get this question a lot, is how do you manage multiple take profits? Now, there's a few ways you can do this. You can do it a little bit more hands-on by opening 2 positions. So basically, you'd figure out what lot size you need to use, and we'll discuss how to do that in just a second, and just divide it by 2. And then basically just enter twice at the exact same price, set the same stop loss for both, and then set those different targets, right? So you'll have one that'll close at TP1 and then one that'll close at TP2. Now you can edit what percentage of the volume you want to do this with. If you want to do it with half of your trade on TP1 or 75% of your trade on TP2 and let 25% run, which personally is what I usually do. I usually close 75% or 70% of my position at target 1. And then, okay, so how about TP3? Hang on just a second. So I usually close 75% of my position at the first target, or 70 to 75. I let the remaining 30 to 25 to 30 run to target 2 or 3. At that point, I set my stop loss to break even. And break even means on top of your entry, but plus the spread. Remember, we talked about the spread. So if the spread is 1 pip, you put the stop loss on your entry plus 1 pip. That way, if the market rebounds right there against you, you get out at 0 cost. Okay, so we call that a risk-free trade. You can do that. Yeah.
I'm going to show you guys what that kind of looks like. So one of the things you want to do, essentially what you should be doing with these signals is these ones typically do hit their take profit 2s and their take profit 3s. So you can use the method Damon taught, and here's the method that I like to use, okay? So I enter the trade right here, and the trade moves up. It hits my TP1. When I enter the trade, I enter it once, but I enter it for TP3, okay? This is the number I'm picking. When it hits TP1, this is when I move my stop loss. So my stop loss that's down there, I move it right here. So again, if my spread was 3 pips, if it cost me 3 pips to enter the trade, then I'm going to put my stop loss 3 pips positive, or maybe 4 pips, so I at least bank something. So that's what we do here. Then you just let it do its thing. Maybe it'll come back here. Maybe it'll continue. When it continues to your TP2, what you want to do is now you want to move the stop loss that you had down here, and you want to move your stop loss to TP1. Right? So what this means now is all of this profit you're going to get no matter what. No one can take that from you. The bag is now secured there, we like to say. Right? And then once it hits TP2, it's either going to come back down and hit your TP1 or your stop loss, which is in profit. So it's still fine. Some money is better than no money. Or it's going to continue onwards to TP3. That's how I like to play it out. Typically with these signals, David said your TP1 is essentially your move your stop loss to break even TP, and then you can follow it how you see fit.
And that should be true with any signal.
Yeah. And then that's also why you guys might notice, like, why is his TP1 so short usually on these signals? That's why, because he wants you to go to break even really fast, so you take the risk out of the trade. Very important. So now let's go into risk percent. Actually, does that make sense for everyone? Does everyone
Yeah,
understand
let's
what a
make
take
it,
profit
because
is and what a stop loss is?
this is a foreign language for a lot of people. So, you know what I want to do, Mike? I have a training on all of this stuff, all of the basics. I have full tutorials and training, and it's free. So why don't you plug my website in there and then tell them to make a free account, because I have the full course on all of this basic stuff that breaks it all down for the people that don't know. So just go to marketsharksfx.com. He'll drop the link for that, and then just make a free account, and you'll get instant access to the free course. Yeah. So go there in the top right, or in the middle if you're on mobile. It'll say create a free account, something like that. And go ahead and create a free account, and then you don't even have to use a real email or name. I don't care. I don't have it set up to follow up with you guys and spam me with stuff. So just go, do whatever you got to do to do that, and then just follow through the free course of getting started. And it teaches you about spread, leverage, different brokers, just all of the basic stuff you need to know for this.
I'm just seeing if I got a MetaTrader 4 installed on this. Yeah, I do. I just want to show people what it looks like.
Yeah.
I got rid of that account. Yeah, I'll have to, actually, 1 second. Yeah, I'll have to do that part after. I actually don't have MetaTrader 4 on this PC. I use my laptop for that, so. And the one I do have, I don't have an account ready for.
Are you trying to pull up MT4 on your?
Yeah, I was gonna pull it up and just show them what it looks like on the MetaTrader.
You can just pull up a video of it on YouTube. There's a million of them.
I'm gonna join this chat or this here right now. What's that, guys? I'm gonna show you it on the phone because that's where most people are gonna do this anyways.
Honestly, I do most of my trading on the phone, so.
Yeah, I use TradingView on my computer to look at everything, but then I always enter and exit trades.
The execution, yeah, the executions and the closes are on the phone. Yep.
Yeah, well, it's much better.
I'll mute this for a second.
Calling device audio. Okay, guys. That was loud. Hold on a sec, guys. I'm just getting my phone set up here. Okay. We'll cut out these dead spots for you guys. Oops. Chart. Okay, can everyone here see my phone?
I can, yeah. That's dope, dude. I didn't even know you could do that on Zoom.
Steven can. I'll make sure some other people can. You guys see it? Perfect.
Yeah, they can see. Georgia, I don't think we've met yet, but hi, welcome to the team. I don't think I've met Andre either. Hi. Hello, everybody.
So let's go back to Euro AUD to make this nice and easy. Okay, actually, I'll show you guys one quick lesson here. So if you're on your MetaTrader 4 and you realize, hey, hold on, this audio is still a little funky. What's going on?
What do you hear?
A little echo.
Oh, no. I thought you were hearing the dishes because the lady's doing the dishes.
Okay, so let's say you guys get a signal and you can't find the pair, right? You're looking here, you're like, Euro AUD, I don't see it. How do I take this? I go to my quotes. I don't see Euro AUD. How do I take this signal? You go up here to the plus sign in the top right corner, and then you're going to find it. Look for Forex majors. I'm going to look for it. Anything I see here means it's not on my chart, so I just click them, and now I can trade them. I go down here, and I see Euro AUD. Bam. Now I can go back here. Now all these are available for me to select. So we go quotes, we go Euro AUD, we go open chart, and now the same chart you guys saw in the MetaTrader 4. Now let's take that same signal from Telegram. Let me open up my Telegram here. All right, we have the Euro AUD. So we see what it wants us to enter at. We see our take profit. So we see the final take profit. I'm going to show you guys this using my method. So I would enter the take profit 3. So I see the 1.6437. So I go over here. I go new order, and I go 1.3467. Then I go grab my stop loss. I go back over to the app. I see the stop loss 1.6095. 6095. Then what you want to do is you want to make sure the number that they gave you for the at here. Oops. So you see how it says the 1.6337. Let's say you get this signal. It's been 2 hours, and you just saw it. You're like, shit, I still enter the signal. Did I miss it? You see how it says the 1.6337? What you want to do is you want to go back to your chart and you want to make sure it's still around that price. As we see, it's at 1.6338. It's 1 pip away. Totally can still enter this trade. It's 100% fine, right? So that's how you know, is the trade still valid? Can I enter it? If it's a buy where it's supposed to go up and the price value is a little lower than it was when they called it, well, now you're in a better position to enter it, still enter it. But if the trade's already started to move, if it's a buy and it's already moving up, don't chase a trade. If it started to move already, never chase a trade. That's just a lost cause. You missed it. There's going to be more opportunities. It's fine.
Yeah, chasing markets is exactly how we had to let one of our signal providers go. Maybe it's a temporary let go, but regardless, you never, ever, ever want to chase the market. Never.
Then at the top here, you guys can see this number here that's changing. This is the lot size. This is how much I want to leverage into the market. That's what we're going to cover here next. What number do I put here? Once you guys figure out how to put your number here, then you hit buy or sell. And ta-da, that's it. You're now in the trade. You're in the market. You watch it. When the trade hits TP1, you come into here. You edit it. You come here. You change your stop loss to whatever your break even was. So we enter the trade at 6337. So let's say it was 3 pips higher. So we're going to go 6340. We're 3 pips higher. That's the break even with the spreads. I edit it. It'll say order modified, and now
tomorrow,
I can't lose
some
money.
of them are limits, but it will say limits, and it'll say what limit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now let's say you guys get a sell stop or a sell limit or a buy limit. That just means enter the trade when the price reaches a certain point, but price isn't there yet. So stop essentially means it goes through. So a buy stop means when price hits this point and it's continuing onwards, enter me into the trade. So it'll kind of pick up as it goes through. A buy limit means once price passes this point and then comes back down. But no, buy limit would be the opposite way. I did that the wrong way. When price is going down and then comes back up through point, right, Damon? That would be buy limit?
Yeah, I'd have to. And the thing is, it won't even let you open one if it's wrong.
Yeah, if you put it the wrong way, it'll error.
Yeah,
most of these signals will be market execution, so you don't really have to worry about that. So now the risk management side.
And by the way, that MT4 mobile looks super similar on iPhone. For you iPhone users, it looks pretty similar to that. In fact, I use an iPhone. I like it a whole hell of a lot better. It's much cleaner, in my opinion. That's just the Android versus iPhone whole cliche. But yeah, it's pretty similar. You don't need another tutorial on it because it's about the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's teach risk management percent. I'm just gonna put a trade up here. What do you want the stop loss and stuff at?
Just give it like a 20 pip stop loss.
Okay, so guys, what you're seeing here is a
So
tool
step number one on figuring out what lot size you need to use is, well, step number one on figuring out what lot size you need to use is determining how much of your account you're going to risk. Is it going to be 0.5%, 20.25? Is it going to be a whole percent? Is it going to be 3%? Are you going to risk 5%? So this is a plan you need to figure out for yourself. How much are you going to risk per trade? That's step number one. Huh?
What do you recommend for people?
Dude, I'm a super conservative trader. I risk 0.25 to max like 1%. But I know like Tim, for example, was risking 1 to 3%. So it's just styles. I'm a conservative tortoise versus hare kind of person. Like less is more, but like keep it going for a long time kind of thing. I don't know. It's just trading styles. How aggressive do you want to be?
So we'll just put 1 to 3% for you getting started. When you start getting comfy, you could go a little higher if you want, but again, that's like when you're comfortable. Don't start there, right? Get comfortable, learn the skill, apply it. So let's say this is $1,000 account for simplicity's sake right now.
And you're going to risk 1%, and you got a 20 pip stop
1%.
loss. So number one is figuring out what percent you're going to risk. So in this case, in this example, is 1%. Now, step number two, what's the distance of the stop loss? Because that equates to how much of the percent it is. So if it's 20 pip stop loss, now we have the two variables we need to complete the equation. And there's calculators for this. In fact, I built a calculator for this. So if you guys are sitting there thinking, I'm not good at math, oh my God, trust me, I suck at math. That's why I built a calculator for it. So you just plug in those two pieces and it'll give you the lot size.
Okay, so to run through this example for you guys, so we have a $1,000 account. If we're risking 1%, that means we only want to risk $10. That's 1% of 1,000. Really simple. Whatever your account size is, figure out what are you comfortable risking per trade. What's your number? Once you've got that number and that percent, we're going to figure out the pips, right? So here we have 20 pips to our stop loss, just for this example. Keep it nice and simple. So that means if your trade goes negative 20 pips, you do not want to lose more than $10. If you lose more than $10, you did your calculations wrong. So what you need to do now is you need to take how much money am I risking and divide it by how many pips to your stop loss. You're going to divide it by 20. So that gives you 10 cents.
That gives you a dollar amount.
No, that gives you, whoops, I did that wrong. It gives you 0.05, right? No,
I don't know what the lot size is.
50 cents. So that gives you 50 cents. So that means you can risk 50 cents a pip, 20 pips, $10. Is that making sense for everyone so far? In this scenario, is that making sense? I'm going to make sure you guys are responding at each step because this is probably one of the most important things with trading.
Risk management.
Like the most important part. I want to make sure everyone's got
Silas,
this
thank you. Yeah, Silas, there's a free, there's one right there on my FX book, a calculator. I have another one that I like a little bit better because I customized it for myself, but thank you for that.
So now that we know we can risk 50 cents a pip, here's what your lot sizes will mean for you. A 0.001 lot size means every 1 pip price moves, you are going to see 10 cents go up or down, depending on if it went in your favor or against you. For every 0.1, we're going to see $1. For every 1.0 per pip, we're going to see $10. So then all you have to do is take those numbers I just gave you and figure out, okay, if I can lose 50 cents per pip, what's the equation that I make 50 cents a pip out of this, right? So I would go, well, that's 10 cents times 5. So I take the 0.01 and I times it by 5. Exact same multiplication, right? So that means I would enter this trade with a 0.05 lot size. So it was asking me what number I would enter there. That's what I would enter. Then I'd hit buy, and I'm in the trade with the max of $10 risk. Is that making sense for everyone so far? We're going to test you guys. Is that making sense so far? Yes, we got a lot of yeses here. Okay, sweet. So I'm going to leave this part on the screen here for you guys. I'm going to leave this part. I'm going to leave the stop loss. I'm going to put the numbers here. So risk percent, and you want your risk percent plus how much money is that risk. Next one, your stop loss in pips, and your third step, the amount of money you're risking divided by your pips will equal your lot size when you plug.
Yeah, Mike.
Oh, you're cutting out, David.
I said we're not looking at your screen. We're looking at you.
Oh, really? Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I've been drawing on my screen this whole time.
Great. Yeah, we've been looking at you the whole time. So.
Okay, well, here's what I got written down for you guys. So, step 1, figure out your risk percent of your account, and then what does that equate into dollars. Step 2, figure out, if I enter the trade right now, how many pips to my stop loss. Then you figure out how much money can you lose per pip, and then you turn that into your lot size. Does that make sense so far? Okay, sorry guys about that with the screen. I might edit that in so it was there. Who knows? So I'm gonna leave the lot size equation up here for you guys, and we're gonna do a couple examples. So we're gonna say Susan has a $500 account, and Susan's risking 3% of her account. What is her step 1 number in the chat? If she's risking 3%, how much should be the max amount Susan loses on a trade? Got one answer. Any other people want to try to do it? Give you guys a second. Another answer?
You guys are back in school. How's it feel? Susan has a $1,500 account.
You get closer to that school paying you for showing up, and eventually this school will pay you more and more money every day you show up.
Yeah, this school pays a lot more.
School that pays you to show up.
This degree is worth something.
Yeah, you get A's in this class, and you don't have to worry about your bills anymore. But yeah, people were saying 15. Correct. So Susan is risking $15 on her account. Let's say for this particular trade, let's say it is 10 pip stop loss, and it is I'll take profit, doesn't matter. We're just going to say it's a 10 pip stop loss. So for step 2, what is the most amount, what's the amount of money per pip Susan can lose on a 10 pip trade? It takes you to break from economics homework right now. Didn't expect to be doing more. We're sorry, but this homework, you only got to learn it once, and then it can change your life. So who wants to do that calculation? If the most she can lose is $15, it's a 10 pip stop loss, how much can she lose per pip? Yeah, she can lose $1.50 per pip, which equates to a 0.15, right? We do that, we take the $15, we divide it by the 10, it gives us 150. So then we take that same 150, and we need to turn it into this. How do we get 150 out of this? Well, we get 1 here, so we take the 0.1, and then we have 50 cents, so we need 5 of these. So then we take 5 0.1s, so we go 5. So this would be the lot size you would enter that trade to risk $15 on a $500 account on a 10 pip stop loss. Make sense so far? Is everyone getting this? I really want you guys to get this. This is the most important part. I taught a private group this, and oh, hey David, you got background noise. There, I muted them for you guys. I really want you guys to get this. I taught this to a private group, and I had a couple people blow their accounts in a few trades because they didn't want to listen to follow this. Nobody should be blowing an account here. Master what I'm teaching you right now, what Damon's teaching you right now on demo first, so you don't risk any money at all. When you can get these calculations down quickly, you should be able to do these in 30 seconds in your head or on your phone really quick on the calculator. When you get this down and you're efficient with this, you can start earning a lot of money and you won't blow an account. Even if you have 4 trades in one day go negative all in a row, the most you're going to lose is 20%. You should not be blowing an account on a trade or two, ever. I don't want to hear anyone blowing an account. You guys are being trained better than that, and at the end of the day, most traders are going to eventually blow an account anyways. You're going to do emotional trading, but don't let this be the reason you blow it. If you follow your risk management, you're going to secure, your nest egg forever. You don't want to lose your nest egg. I've literally spent 2 weeks trading an account to grow it, to spend 3 days to lose it all because I got emotional, right? Don't allow yourself to get emotional in your trading. And no matter what, this rule, there's a few rules with trading you should always follow no matter what, no matter how you're feeling, no matter how the market's reacting, and this is one of them. This is probably the most important one, because if you break all the other rules and you still follow your risk management, your account is safe. If you follow all your other rules and you break your risk management and you have one trade go negative, your account is blown. To me, this is the most important rule. I don't know how Damon feels on it. I muted you too, Damon, because you have background noise. You have to unmute before you talk. But to me, this is the most important rule. And, a lot of people, when they're putting money in their trading account, you should only invest what you can lose. But there are going to be people that watch this training. There are going to be people who sign up, who invest what they can't afford to lose. And if you follow this rule, you shouldn't lose it. If you
And what I was going to say,
trades in a row, walk away. You shouldn't lose it. You shouldn't lose 20 trades in a row.
exactly.
You should never reach that.
Yeah. And what I was going to say is a lot of people hear that, oh, most investors lose money or most traders lose money. And that's absolutely true. Do you want to know why? Is because they don't follow risk management. The simple math that we're teaching you. If you follow that, you can make a fortune. A fortune. If you don't follow that, you'll lose your butt in a week.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Yeah.
So yeah, adjusted lot size was 0.15. Correct.
It is called greed.
Let's do,
And greed ruins every businessman, every trader, and every investor.
so let's do one more here. Let's make it interesting. Let's do like a $1,230 account. Make it a little different. And we're risking 2.5%. So what's our step one, guys?
You tell me. I don't know.
They got to tell us. We can't figure it out, Damon. We don't know how.
Educate me. What's step one? I guess
I'm gonna wait to see who's been paying attention here. What's our percent risk here? Or we got 2.5% risk. Oops.
Dude, I got all bougie lately.
Got one answer.
I drink Perrier.
Hmm?
Oh, I was just saying I got all bougie lately and I drink sparkling water now.
We got another answer. Guys, see more people answering. We need to make sure you guys are applying this. This is, like I said, most important part. I want you all to keep your money. I don't want you guys to feed the broker.
Hey,
you guys
make money and keep it.
We're not teaching you guys to feed the broker. We're teaching you guys to feed yourself. We don't want you feeding no broker.
No, work with the broker. And that is in some broker cases, they have different broker classifications, but in most cases, at least the brokers that we're recommending to you, they actually benefit from you winning. So they want you to grow your account. They want your account to last, and they want you to start trading bigger lot sizes and have your balance be bigger. Because the more volume you trade, the bigger lots you trade, the more money they make because of the commissions and spread. So they actually want you to win. In some cases, there's some malicious brokers and there's classifications of that, but the ones we're recommending to you are not that. So they actually want you to win. So when you hear people saying, oh, the brokers are out to get you, not really, because they need your volume. That's their business model. They need you to win because that's how they make money.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, everyone that answered got it right, $30.75. So in this trade, we're going to do a 25 pip stop loss. So what is the dollars per pip? Not the lot size. Don't throw out the lot size answer yet. How many dollars per pip can we lose here?
Oh,
I want to answer.
Getting it figured out.
That's a good faster. Get impressed.
We did an hour class and we did more than college did. How about that?
Yeah, we got a few answers in here. So yeah, $1.23. So $1.23 per pip. So now how do we equate $1.23 now into a lot size? This one we're gonna have to do some rounding. So we take for the $1, what would be our lot size? Let's see if someone tries to do an answer. And you can only go 2 digits deep. A 1 lot is $10 per pip, correct? Yes. 0.12. George's vote. 0.12. Exactly. So to make $1.23, we have $1 here is a 0.1, and then we need 20 cents. So this is 23 cents. So you could either put the 0.2, or if you want to be risky, 0.3. I never recommend going above your risk. If we were to put a 0.3, technically we're risking more than our 2.5%. If our 2.5% is our trading plan, we should not be going over our trading plan. So you typically would want to stay underneath it. So the lot size would be 0.12. Does that make sense for everybody now?
That's part of being conservative.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, it's probably going to happen to a chunk of the people on the call. You're going to get in a trade. You're going to lose a trade. You're going to do your risk management. You're going to be like, this is a 0.12. But if I enter a 0.2 right now, I can earn back everything I lost on my last trade. I think this one's going to work.
That's actually a gambling strategy. That's
yeah,
a gambling
that will blow
strategy.
your account.
No, it has a name. It's called martingale. And that is a fantastic way to lose a lot of money. So don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
People do that in poker and blackjack, and it works if you have a massive balance and you start with a really small bet. But that's the only way it works. You guys don't have massive $100,000 balances to do that. So don't do that.
Mm-hmm. So now let's do this as a live example. Let's just take one of the freeforex.co signals. Or actually, do you guys want us to do another example like that, or do you want to see figuring out your pips on the phone? That's actually how I like to do it better.
I don't know how long we've been running, but
this is pretty much the last thing anyways. We've shown them how to execute and everything. This is the last one.
Yeah, I think we've been pretty thorough.
I'm going to go back to my phone for a second for you guys.
Yeah, let's do that, and then I think that's good.
And then we'll answer questions.
Thanks, Georgia. Yeah, I'm glad it was helpful.
It wouldn't let me share. I got to rejoin. 1 sec, guys.
Every time I tried to join on my tablet, it said the host is in another session. Please wait. There you go.
Okay, so we're going to take the same example. We're going to go back to MetaTrader 4. So we have this one in here. What was the stop loss? 6095. Yeah, 6095. So 6095. So what I like to do when I figure out my stop loss, guys, is I like to actually put my stop loss on here, and then I like to look right on the side there. You can see where the market price is at currently. And I like to see it at its current price, and then I like to subtract it from each other. So the way I do this, and I don't know if Damon teaches it a different way, but for me, the last digit, it's a pipette. It's like a point 10, like a tenth of a pip. I don't even include it. So for me, this 0 right here and this 7, I don't even look at them. Forget about it. Forget about the last digit. What we want is we want this 5 onwards. And it doesn't matter how many decimals deep this is. It's the same thing for all currencies. Forget about the last digit. So that means this 5 right here is our pip. This 9 is our 10 pips. And this 0 would be our 100 pips. So we want to find out the difference between where price is now and where it is in the stop loss. So let's go with the 63442, right? So if we take 63442 and we subtract it 6095. I have my calculator here. So 1.63442. We take 1.6095 and we subtract it. We get this, and again, we don't count that last digit. So we got 249 pips, right? We don't count the 2. So that's what's left over. So I would count that as a 249 pip stop loss. So now you go back here, and you're going to calculate your lot size with your risk percent, with that stop loss in mind.
Are you, Mike, we're looking at your face. What are you showing us?
Are you kidding me? I just shared on Zoom.
Yeah, I know. It popped off.
Wow. This phone must have just closed it then. I'll pop back in. This phone's been acting wonky lately. It's not been fun.
That's what happens when you have an Android, bro.
So where did it cut off for you guys?
I'm actually not sure. I was just looking at your pretty face.
Oh, thank you, David.
Hey, look.
Okay, so
I remember you were editing that, rounding off the last tip.
okay, so yeah, this last number right here, the 0, I don't count this 0. I don't count the last number. I don't count the 7 here. In the 63401 there on the red number, I don't count that last 0. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the last number off, and then you want to go to the calculator and subtract them. So we're going to take it now as 63390. That's where it's at. So we're going to go to the calculator now. So 1.63390. Oops. Or we don't even care about the 0, right? That was a not care number. Yeah, we don't even care about the 0. And then we're going to take the stop loss. So we got 6095. And I don't know how to put that there. It's still there. So we go subtract 1.6095. So now you see the number left over, that's the difference, 244. Because we took that last digit off, this is the pips. So either you can do this without taking that last digit off, so leaving that 0, leaving the 7, leaving, you know, the 4 where the red number is there. You can leave it on. Do that formula where you subtract it, then take off the last digit. I just take it off at the start. Either way, don't count the last digit. No matter what method you use, that last digit is useless. You have to take it off either at the start or the end. Take it off somewhere. I take it off at the start to make it easier. So now that means we have a 244 pip stop loss on that signal. So now you're going to put your risk accounted for that. You're going to figure out your lot size with your account size for that. And you'll enter the trade on that. If it gets too big and you can only put a 0.01, that's what you put. You know, at some point you can't go smaller than that. You have to put a 0.01. Does that make sense for everyone so far? Seeing that, like, the live example there. I want to make sure that everyone's getting this so far. We got a yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, awesome. Does anyone need any more examples, any questions? I can open it up so you guys can unmute yourselves. You guys have
let's do
any
questions,
man.
Because I want to have dinner, so let's have questions.
I'll make it so everyone. I think I have to remove the share first. Sorry. Okay. Those participants can chat.
Mike, I thought you were gonna do G-Eazy here, man. What happened to that?
I had that
Way back
before.
is the shit.
I was
Huh?
way back. That was the India days. Okay,
So
so
what, dude?
you guys can unmute yourselves now. If anyone has any questions, want us to go over anything in a little more detail. I want to really make sure you guys have this. Like I said, this is the most important part. This is a key to your success.
Did you cut the recording?
No, I can just edit this out if it's pointless after. In case there's a good question asked that that needs to be included that really makes sense, I wanna make sure I have it recorded.
Okay. I won't talk about G-Eazy here then.
Does anyone have any questions, concerns, anything related to what we went over though right now? Or is it all clear? Should everyone be making money now?
Yeah.
And the best part is we're going to have this as a replay page for you guys. So even if you sign someone up and you can't teach them how, you can literally just send them to this page. Be like, look, dude, I get these messages in Telegram and I follow this web page that teaches me how to enter them. And I'm earning right now. I just want to share it with you. Like, it's going to be as easy as that for you guys.
That's like the easiest thing to market in the world. And if you guys don't know anything about signals, a lot of people charge $250 up to $500 a month. In fact, I have a personal friend who charges $500 a month just for signals. Guys, you get signals that are fire signals for $99 a month. You get live sessions, you get custom indicators and strategies, you get education, you get mentorship, and you get the comp plan. So a referral program that pays you weekly. Like, all of that for 90, like that's like the easiest thing to market. You found a problem, people are already paying way more and not getting compensated. You provided the solution. That's business 101.
Mm-hmm. And this product, you guys, like, you learn this product, you make money. There's no other MLM types besides Forex ones where you can literally earn money without a sign up ever. There's no product where like, look, if you take this pill for 3 weeks straight, you're gonna earn $50. It's just gonna happen.
Sign me up.
No company that does that. You always have to sell the product. Here, you can sell the product or you can use the product. Either way, you can make whatever you want. It's whatever you're comfortable with. You can either be a builder and build like me and Damon are, or you can just trade and never speak to a human being if you ever want to and make more money than you could ever dream of if you just take the time to learn the skill. Again, it's not you're going to show up today and walk out tomorrow with the skill. If you want to become a doctor to help people, you don't show up to the college or the university today and then walk out next week with your degree. It takes time. You have to take the time to learn it. But if you learn it, this is something that can pay you with no customer service you have to do, no product fulfillment. You never have to worry about shipping times. You never have to worry about postage strikes. You never have to worry about like anything except the internet connection. It's insane. It's so powerful. You can literally copy and paste these signals from a beach in Tahiti if you want, in Bali, in wherever you want to go, Bora Bora. You can literally make money with your cell phone as long as you have an internet connection with our product. No, nothing else offers this. It's insane. I can't wait to fire my day job and get free. Hell yeah. I want to be a builder.
Oh my God. I've been free since I was 21 years old, man. And I would tell you what, like there's no amount you could pay me in a day job that would make me go back to answering to a boss. There's no amount. I don't care if you offered me $20 million. I wouldn't do it because freedom is priceless. You know why? Is because there's the one thing in the world that you can never get back after it's spent, and that's your time. And I want to spend my time however the hell I want to spend it. You know what I mean? So it was never about money for me. It was about freedom. And I say that all the time, and that's true.
So you said there's calls that actually teach the specific strategies. So yeah, if you go to the Lit Trade House, if you get on the Lit News announcements on Telegram, every week they do their schedule. on those calls, they teach the 20 pip and dip strategy. They teach how to use the indicator and how to use it as confluence for your trades, and they teach just the 20 pip and dip strategy, period. It's a very good scalping strategy. When I was using it, I had over an 80% win rate, and then Damon decided to be like, hey, let's build something, and then things got psychotic, and we've been building all this infrastructure and foundation for you guys, so I haven't really been trading since. Kind of
No,
makes me
everything's
sad,
about to be super streamlined and relaxed. Like, we've been super unavailable and super busy and all that because we've been building everything behind this machine. Now it's ready to flip the on switch. So
now, once this new back office is out, the new marketing system update comes out, and then the source of leads, one of the first sources of leads to comes out. It's good. Like, July is gonna blow people's minds. What happens? If people think what happened so far, 1,500 people in just over a month was crazy, they've seen nothing.
Lucy, that's the goal. That's the goal for the back office. Hopefully that holds true.
Yeah, we're hoping for July 1st. So far, I haven't heard anything to say it's been delayed, so
I haven't either.
it's still on schedule. And also, they're saying, you know, Bitcoin's going to do one more dip possibly before it skyrockets, and we're about to be able to be paid out in crypto. And we're possibly, like, I think in July, people are going to have their biggest month they've ever had.
So you're getting paid out in an appreciating asset. That's better than the salary, in my opinion.
You could get paid out $5K in crypto in July, and
That's
in
called
December
money
it could be worth 4 times as much if you held it.
Educated money moves.
Yeah.
That's what smart people do.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. If Bitcoin takes a dip, I'm taking all of my payments in crypto, and I'm just going to hold it. Till it skyrockets, then I'll move back over to dollars. But yeah, everyone, you guys can unmute yourselves if you want. Anyone got any final questions, or are we good here? Let me get a get paid in chat. If you guys are good, you feel like you know how to take the signals and everything, and you want to get paid this week, you're good to go. No more questions. Let you hear get paid in chat. If you get paid.
Let's get paid.
Ryan has his hand up. I don't know if that was from before or not, but get paid, get paid, get paid. If you got a question, Ryan, ask away.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
All right, word. So I was more curious to know, because I was looking for the Founders Legacy signals. I wasn't on that one. Apparently, I thought I was. I wasn't only the Tradera ones and the FreeForex Co ones.
If you want those ones, just go to the resource page, resources.winnercirclehub.com. All the signals are on there.
Okay. I was looking
And also, we'll have probably like signals.winnercirclehub.com tomorrow morning with this replay on it.
That's going to have this training, Mike?
Yeah, that'll have this training. It'll have every broker link. Every link we provided in this training will be below the video. And we'll probably even have it broken down. Like, I'll chop it up, and there'll be a direct risk management part. There'll be a direct stop loss, take profit, getting the signals part, everything. We'll keep everything separate for you guys. In case someone just wants to cut into a part, it's quicker for you guys. You don't have to watch the whole thing as a whole if it doesn't make sense for you. But any other questions from anybody?
Ryan keeps putting his hand up. What's that mean?
I think that's just the same hand from before. Let me click it. But we got a bunch of get paid, so I think everyone's ready to get paid this week. This week, I'm taking a $50 account, and I'm doing the 20 pip and dip.
But he's doing it
Actually,
at 0.1s, just FYI.
Actually, I'm going to show people the difference. Okay, so there was the question earlier we didn't answer. I'll do this as like a bonus add-on video at the end of the recording or something. So
Okay.
you guys are asking about the 20 pip and dip compounding chart and using it with these signals, okay? So the 20 pip and dip chart, it is expecting you to only have a 10 to 20 pip stop loss. That's it, right? So you have to count that. So if, let's say you have, a $200 account size, and the compounding chart right now is telling you to take a 0.6 or something, which is a little high, but just to make the example easier to break down, we'll say it's telling you right now to take a 0.6 for some reason. So now you have to say, well, this 0.6 is assuming that I have a 20 pip stop loss, right? So if your trade has a 45 pip stop loss, right? That means this trade, if you were to risk the 0.6, is risking just over, actually we'll do 40 just so it's easier. We'll say 40, is risking 2 times more, right? So that means you need to half your lot size, right? Because let's say if I get to the 0.6 here is going to be $6. So this means on a 20 pip trade, I would be negative 120. So if it was a 40 pip trade, that means I'd be negative 240. Well, if I want to stay negative 120, that means I need to take this 0.06 and go to a 0.3. Now the 0.3 at 40 pips is going to equal the 120. So you just need to account for that. Realize that sheet is only expecting you to keep a 20 pip stop loss. So whatever lot size it's telling you, adjust it percent-wise to whatever the trade is. If the trade's 60 pips, then 3x it. If the trade's 10 pips, or if the trade is 60 pips, then you take your lot size and you put it in a third. You know, if the trade is only 10 pips, which would technically be the double, you would double your lot size, right? Instead of putting a 0.1, you could put a 0.2 because you're only going half the distance, but you want to risk the same amount of money. So that's how you would still use that compound chart with the free forex.co signals. Now the free forex.co signals are almost never 20 pips. So if you have a a $500 account and that compound chart is telling you to put a lot size on it, you put that lot size on and that trade loses, you are going to lose a lot on your account if you did not calculate that difference. But as long as you calculate that difference, you'll be fine. What's the percent risk on trade on the 20 pip and dip strategy? It depends on which setting you have on it. The 20 pip and dip strategy actually has, let me see, I'll pull it up. I don't have my share screen on. That's the wrong one. Let me pull it up. But the 20 pip and dip sheet, it has an option for, I think, 4 different risk settings. So it depends on what you want to put. The way to figure out what it's risking for you is I'm going to show you right now. Share it with me, 20 pips and dip trading plan. Okay, so I have an old one. This one doesn't have the selector on it, but I'll still show you guys how to figure this out. Okay, so as you see, I got a $50. Can everyone see this first? Let me make sure everyone sees this. Yeah, okay. So we have a $50 balance, right? It's telling us to put a 0.05 up for a 20 pip trade. Now we got to remember, this is thinking we're doing a 10 or 20 pip stop loss, right? So that means at a 0.05, that's 50 cents, right? 50 cents a pip. So that means at 20 pips, we're losing $10. So that means this one's risking 20% of our account at this default setting. Now this is an old version of it where you actually don't have the selector. On the new version, which you guys will have the link to, wherever you grab it, it'll be updated. This is the old one. You'll have a selector here that says like conservative, low risk, medium risk, high risk. That's how you'll figure it out. Just figure out what the lot size is and just think, it's thinking 20 pip stop loss. So calculate how much money per pips your lot size means and just see how much of your account balance it's taking out. That's how you'll figure out the percent. I don't know the exact percent off the top of my head. I can't say the high risk is 8 and the medium is 5. I have no idea. The 20 pip and dip though, it is a little more aggressive than your typical, 3-5%. But I don't recommend you like investing $1,000 and then going to this, putting in $1,000 balance and then 20 pip and dipping it. This is something that's meant for you to start with a small amount with a skill you're consistent at and go it rapid. So like don't put your nest egg in, don't put money you can't lose into it. That's why I recommend just $50, $100, something that you could lose, but 30 trades in, you could be at 11 grand if you follow it. So it's really powerful. And it shows you don't need big money. Does that make sense so far for everybody? That'll be the best way for you to figure out the percent. And then pick one, like when you see that and you figure out what it's chancing to lose for you, pick the setting that makes sense for you. Pick what you're comfortable with losing per trade, right? You can't be comfortable winning money trading if you're not comfortable losing money, right? It's a yin and a yang. You have to be comfortable with both. So you have to be just as comfortable losing $10 as you are winning 20, right? If you can't handle losing 1,000, you can't handle earning 10,000 on it, right? At least with trading. Maybe something else, yeah. But you need to be able to handle a loss if you want to be able to handle your wins. Trading is not just a winning game. And then for those of you who you know, you take this, let's say you get to the 4th trade here, right? You enter the 4th trade and this trade loses, right? So you had the $86 balance, but instead you lost the $16. So now you went back down to, you know, $60 or $70. So now you just go up here, you type in 70, and you start at number 1, right over. And you just keep going until you hit that 10K or whatever it is. That's how you reset on a loss. Does that make sense too for everybody? I had some people before asking, well, what happens if I take a loss, or what happens if I earn a little bit more and now it's not following it? This is adjustable. It'll change lot sizes and everything as you adjust the amounts. It changes it all for you. So, yeah, I get it. And yeah, I understand. Thank you. Perfect. Any other questions? That was a good one. Any other questions? I'll make sure everyone on this call is earning this week, or at least earning on demo. You know, don't just throw money if you're not comfortable with signals yet on live, but I want everyone at least earning money on demo this week. Everyone in this call should be making something this week. And by the end of July, everyone in this call should be earning on a live account, even if it's just signals. And another disclaimer, if you get a live account going for signals and you start practicing trading yourself, don't take your signals and practice your trading on the same account. A, you don't want to crisscross your progress, and B, you should still be practicing on a demo account until you're good and you're consistent. And what would be the last point there? I totally had another point for you guys, but I brain farted on it. Oh, and also, if you got a Signal account and you have a personal account, when you do swap over to live, you want to still keep 2 separate live accounts. You still don't want to crisscross those data. You don't want to crisscross those trade histories, because if you start having losses or something, you want to be able to go back and analyze where did that come from and whatnot. And if you have an account where you've taken trades from multiple sources, one of them being yourself, you may not be able to readily identify where that trade came from, the reason the trade was entered, and thus the reason you lost the trade. And the most important thing about when you take a loss in trading is realizing why you lost. Because if you don't try and go back and figure out why you lost, the likelihood of it happening again is significantly increased. And trading's a probability game, so you want to have every little percent, every little probability in your favor. So if you make a mistake, learn from it. Don't just scratch it off and be like, oh, whatever, try again tomorrow. You're going to make the same mistake again, it's going to keep costing you money. Pay attention to it, learn your mistakes. Trading's about mastering yourself. 80% of it's in your head, 20% of it's the actual strategy. Getting the strategy down is honestly the easiest part. It's being able to actually hit, you know, the buy and sell button when you know it's real money. When you know, oh my God, I'm entering a 1.0. This is my first 1.0 ever. It's a 200 pip trade. Like I could gain $2,000 on this trade, or I could lose 700, and being able to still push it, and then not letting that make you double think your decision. Like, okay, well, this is worth that much. Should I actually take this? Should I not? You start double thinking everything. You start not following your instinct, and then you start becoming a shitty trader. So keep all that stuff separate, and it's just going to help in the long run. Almost blew up my live account of 200. But watching my mistakes, major lesson learned. Agreed. Yeah, exactly. In trading, there's no loss that's a true loss if you learn. Because the second you get the skill down, you're consistent, and you don't, like, you're not taking in signals to make money anymore. You are your own signal. This is literally an ATM that you can hit withdraw from, and when you withdraw, it doesn't come out of your bank account balance. Let me say that again. This is an ATM that you can walk up to, hit withdraw, and it doesn't come out of your bank account balance. That's what this skill is worth. But you can learn it instantly. But that's what you guys have your hands on here. I really want people to understand that. You can make whatever you want here, comp plan or not. I want people taking advantage of that. There's no reason anyone on our team should not be making money, whether they're have a comp plan, they've hit Knight, they've hit Noble, they've hit King, Prince, whatever, or they have a trade account. There's no reason someone should not be earning here, no matter what route they pick. Do you want to sell? Do you not want to sell? Whatever. There's no reason you shouldn't be earning here. Yeah, so true. Exactly. So I want everyone that we brought in to have a six-figure income from just trading. Everyone can have it. We don't even need to hit founder to do so. Like, you can hit six figures at the end of July. Damon's guy that invested $1,700 has no idea how to trade, did $17,000 in profit last week. If you times that by 4, let's see, that's going to be what, 30, 35? So you're almost at like 70K a month, 60K a month. And he started with $1,700 7 days ago. And he's doing over 50K a month. You don't need the ranks to get paid. Let me say that again. You do not need the ranks to get paid here. You cannot go drink shakes. You cannot go try on clothes. You cannot go do all these other MLMs and just use the product and make 50K in a month not knowing what you're doing with the damn product. You can actually do that here. But you got to show up. It's insane. And not guaranteeing that that's going to happen for everyone, but I can guarantee it won't if you don't show up. You got to show up. There's no way around it. Was it just the signals he's copied? Yeah, it was just the freeforex.co and the Founders Legacy signals. That's it. And I'll tell you right now, I looked at the account. He could have put way bigger lot sizes on most of those trades. Like, way bigger lot sizes on most of those trades. But he didn't even know what he was doing. Still made great money. Could have easily probably did 30K instead, just by doing proper percent risk scaling the whole time. Like, I looked at the account, it was pretty much like one day he was like, okay, I'll just do 0.1s. Then another day he's like, I'll do 0.15s. Okay, I'll do 0.2s today. Like, he didn't even scale with the risk properly. If he scaled with the risk, he would have made way more money. So like, 1,700 to 20K, 50K a month income now, he's probably going to keep now for the rest of his life off these signals. Like, you think he cares about a sign up or an ad, right? Like, there is so much potential here for you guys. And he was just copy and pasting. That was it. Copy and pasting. You know, all those people are like, copy and paste in the Facebook groups, make $500 a day. You can copy and paste from your phone to your phone and make $500 a day, and this isn't a scam. All those other things are. Like, it's crazy what we have here, and people are saying they got issues selling it. Like, you can make whatever you want here. You all could be making $10,000 a month at the end of the month if you all show up for the trainings and you all start taking signals and you all learn what we taught you today and you get it down. If you get what we taught today down, and it was just the risk management, it will save your trading career so much pain. What's the name of the teammate? I don't know if I can announce that. I don't know if he wants his name public. You would have to ask Damon about that. I'm not going to do that without permission. It's still his privacy or her privacy. I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, no, it's somebody in leg one, but we'll just keep it at that for now.
Okay. If they want to be public about it, they'll talk about it. Holidays will be here before you know it. They will be, and everyone here can have the most abundant Christmas they want if they just show up and take these signals. You literally wouldn't even have to learn how to trade. I recommend it though. I want to make a disclaimer. You can make money here without learning how to do this, but you should still learn how to do it. Because let's say, God forbid, one day something happened to Tradera and David shut off the signals. If you had access to an entire curriculum to learn how to trade for multiple years, and then you lost the signals and you didn't know how to trade, how much of a shame would that be? If you just went from making 50K, 100K a month off signals to nothing because you spent zero time learning how to maintain what you were just given, that would really, really suck. So don't look at these signals as I'm going to take these signals and I'm going to earn the rest of the money I've ever wanted to earn in my entire life off of them and I don't have to do anything. I'm not promoting that. If you guys are being told that if that person wants to promote it that way, fine, that's on them. They're going to probably get lazier people and the people aren't going to make as much money. I want everyone to win. So I definitely don't recommend that, but to each their own. Exactly. So any other questions or anything before we call this off? Cut off the call. I think we got pretty much. Oh yeah, that's unreal. Yeah, what can be earned here is insane. Like I really want people to understand what you can earn while you just learn how to do it. But don't not learn how to do it. You are going to hurt yourself in the long run if you don't learn how to do it. And like honestly, you gotta look at that one guy, right? Invest to 1,700. He's probably going to start making at least 50K a month from here on out now using these signals. If you had something for $100 a month that gave you 50K a month and you were not willing to invest a few hours a week to learn why and how it worked, you don't deserve to hold that income. You just don't. Like I covered this on the mindset training. If you guys want to go over it, it's at the end of the forum training. Like success is part about leveling up yourself, almost like a video game. You have to level yourself up in certain areas, and when you get a certain amount of income, you need to level yourself into the person who can actually maintain that income. So that person, to maintain that income, needs to learn how that income's functioning, needs to learn why those signals are being called like that, so now they can call their own signals. And if you're getting paid $50,000 a month and you're not willing to learn how you're getting paid the $50,000 a month, you will lose that $50,000 a month. The stuff just doesn't fall out of the sky for you. You do have to keep showing up and stay consistent. So I hope that makes sense for everyone too. Like you can earn while you learn here, but learn. It's very important to learn. This company could go away and you can trade for the rest of your life. You never need to sign up for another anything again. You never have to clock in for a job ever again. Like if you have a $1 million income built with a different MLM and they get shut down, it's gone. You have to go to a new company and rebuild from scratch. Hopefully people come over with you. And if they don't, you're starting 100% from scratch. If Tradera goes out of business and you learn how to trade, you show up tomorrow to your phone or your computer and you make the exact same money you made yesterday, maybe a little less on your residuals from your rate. Nothing changes. Like this is what I'm trying to set you guys up for. Comp plan's cool, ads are cool, but man, like if you just earn while you learn here and then learn, you never have to worry about anything again, no matter what happens. And the proof is in the pudding. We are in one of the biggest recessions we've ever been, one of the biggest depressions we've ever been, and Forex traders are still making money. This is recession proof. No matter what the job environment looks like, no matter what the economy looks like, this is around. It's obviously around because while everything just hit its hardest point ever, it's still here. It's not going anywhere. Even when times are tough, it's here. So literally you could be in, the world could be in one of its worst states ever, like it is right now. It could happen again 10 years from now, and you still have an income. Everyone could lose their jobs. Everyone you know could lose their jobs. And all the factories could get shut down. And as long as you have internet, you're good. And if you have a consistent income, you can probably still afford your internet even if the price went up. So guess what? You're good for the rest of your life from this skill. So I want people to like have this to keep. I don't want this to be a temporary thing for people here. Like This should be something you keep in your arsenal for the rest of your life. If you wanna be a musician, you can earn 20 grand a month trading forex a few hours a week. Once you get the skill down, not when you just start. Again, it takes time, but you can earn 20 grand a month. You could self-publish yourself. You could print all your own CDs. You could do all your own distributing, all your own advertising, no label needed, no nothing, and you could self-launch yourself. If you want to do funny skits on YouTube, you can make as much money as you need to pay for all your props, pay for all your camera equipment, and then when you show up to film the skit, it's not about how many views can I get, it's how can I enjoy making this video the most, and if it gets views, cool. Because you don't have to make money from the craft. There's so many talented people who can't follow their talent because they can't do it for long enough to make enough money from it, to make it self-sufficient. And there's so much talent that gets thrown away and gets tossed to the side because they need to have jobs to pay for their bills and they can't get their talent going. With this, you can literally fund whatever talent you want to do. If you want to skydive every day for the rest of your life, cool, you can do it. Like, the sky's the limit here. You don't have those options everywhere else. People really need to realize how special this opportunity is. It's insane. Like, you can chase whatever passion you want for a few hours a week with this once you get the skill down. Like, a lot of people get good cushy jobs to pay for their passions. But what if 3 hours a week you could pay for your passion and you don't have to give up 40 to 60 hours a week? And you can spend that 40 to 60 hours or 80 hours a week working on your passion, not having to worry about your bills being paid. How much more enjoyable would that time be, too? It's just insane. You guys have such an amazing opportunity here. So I hope everyone on this call takes massive advantage of it. We've just literally given you all the tools now you need to earn money no matter what. No matter where your learning level is, as long as you grab what we taught you tonight, you can earn here. So took loads of notes. Thank you. Awesome. But I think this is where we're going to end the call. Looks like Damon's ready to eat, or about to be.
Oh yeah, bro. I'm in the kitchen cooking up some bison steaks. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah, if no one else has any other questions, we're going to wrap it up here, and I'm going to start editing this because it'll take a bit, but gives us the recipe. Exactly.
Oh, thanks for coming out.
We gave you the recipe. We gave you all the ingredients. It's up for you to do the baking now.
Yeah, do the bacon.
Yeah, we can't bake it for you. We gave you everything else.
And that's what I was saying previously is like, we'll give you the gasoline, but you still got to start the fire because you can't pour gasoline on dead wood. It's not going to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah, we appreciate all you guys. Thank you for coming out. Cannot wait to see everyone on this call at the end of July and see how far we came in this next 30 days. Because this is going to be one of the most explosive things in MLM ever. Yeah, so excited. Let's get it. And again, if you guys got questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out to us. Just please, if you do have a question or concern, just make sure it hasn't been covered in an update yet. With that being said, reaching out to us, yes, we like to answer your questions, but if it's something we just answered or that we've answered multiple times, you're just tying up our time, which stops us from getting the next steps done quicker, which makes the rotator, the ads, makes everything else take more time, which then slows things down for everybody. So just, if you want to be updated, you want to be engaged, you want to have your questions answered, make sure they just haven't been answered first. Because 95% of the questions we get have been answered already and have been answered multiple times. And when that happens and it's on repeat and it's happening dozens and dozens and dozens of times, it's just slowing down the results everyone wants. So everyone can't want results right away and then tie us down at the same time, you know what I mean? So we want to answer your questions, just do your due diligence to make sure your question hasn't been answered already. And if there's been an update or something that came out and you had a question, make sure this wasn't in that update. Go back over it first. That's why we do these updates, so we can make sure you guys are fully informed and we can still keep our time where we need it. So if we're doing the updates and we're answering everyone's questions one-on-one because they're not doing the updates, and it kind of becomes what's the point of the update if we're just going to answer everything anyway? And if we're answering everything one at a time, how do we get everything else done? It just starts to spiral. It just hurts the team. We want everyone to be as fast as possible, so we don't want to go there. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. And I can't wait to see you guys at the end of July. Hopefully everyone on this call is at least a few $1,000s richer by the end of the month, even if you take, a couple weeks to do demo. Definitely possible for everybody on here, even with $50. And I'm actually starting $50 this week just on the team signals, the Founders Legacy and the FreeForex.co signals, just to show people $50 to 10K. I'm going to do it this month, just to show people you don't need thousands to start. Because even some people might be looking at, that one person, 1,700 to 17K profit, right? They might look at that and be like, well, he started with 1,700. I don't have 1,700. I can't make money like that. Well, you could literally go $50 to 2K in a week or two. And wow, 2 weeks later, now you're starting at the same balance he did. No excuses, right? So there's really no excuse. You don't need that big money. If you just compound and you realize it's a marathon, not a race, you're going to win in the end. And everyone here could be doing 6 figures a month with their trade accounts. Easy by the end of the year. Just off signals and learning. So, and hopefully we have at least a few people in this chat because I know we got a lot of people engaged that are action takers. I know they're always in the team chats, everything. So I'm sure you guys are going to be there. Hopefully we see everybody though. I want to see you all there. We need to rent out clubs. We need to rent out whole places. And they were like, what do you do? Like, we have cell phones.
Dude, I was just talking about that. I want to do team conferences. I want to rent out events and do big 2 to 3, 2-day events. Fly everybody out. We can do cash prizes. We can do, challenges and stuff like that. But we're also going to have all the top leaders on stage talking about stuff in person. You can meet us in person. You'll learn from us in person. And then we can, hang out and have a good time afterwards. I want to do that like once a quarter, once every 3 months.
Mm. But once the COVID's over, dies down a bit, Tradera will start having meetings. That's one thing.
Winner's Circle meetings, not Tradera meetings.
That's one thing though. For Tradera events, most MLMs start their events when they're gonna have 500 to 1,000 people show up. Our company is going to be at like 500,000 to 1 million. Well, that's on YouTube for background noise. Our company is going to be at like 500,000 to 1 million customers before we could even have our first convention. Most MLMs take years and years to get a convention to 10,000 people. I think our first one is going to be over 10,000 people, if not like 50,000 people. It's really insane what's going on here. I think we're going to do some things the industry hasn't seen before. Once all the marketing set up and new systems are out and we have our back office fixed and the new one out, I think in the next couple of months, we're going to do things the industry's never seen. At least at a rate it's never seen. But.
Of course I was muted.
You keep having a background echo. I have to.
Yeah, my bad. I got high ceilings, so it echoes.
14, 15 feet.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. Yeah, I think we're good, guys.
But yeah, you guys have a good day, and we'll see you guys in the winner's circle.
Yeah, we will. Take it easy. I'm out.